Of course, man. What's up? How can I help you out?
So I have a home, I have a lead. They're trying to, we're in the process of negotiating. Um, I don't know if you could help me run comps. I've already given her an offer and she returned with an asking price. It sounds like she's motivated, but the asking price that she's giving me isn't, kind of ideal to wholesale. I don't know
Okay.
if you could help me run comps.
Sure. I mean, you can send the address. What's the? I mean, if you already think they're not ideal, I don't. Me copying it, I don't think it's gonna do. You can send it over. Put it in the private
But
chat. I'll look it over.
I think that they're open to like changing the price. I'll go
Okay.
ahead and send you. Are you still there? I'll go ahead and
You
send you
send it.
the address. Here, let me yeah, let me should I send it to that email that you provided to one of your previous
Sure.
guests?
That works.
Okay. Do this very quickly. Man, I could just tell you like the address if you want. I don't think anything's gonna happen.
No, just email it to me.
I asked her to if she would do 60 and she came back with 80.
Okay.
Um
I mean, that's her asking price, right? She's asking for it. That's not what she
yeah,
needs. I need her need
that
price.
yeah, she's asking for 80. I'm
What do you
trying
think
to
it's
get it done.
worth?
I think it's worth the ARV is the ARV isn't necessarily set, right? It can be
Yeah.
open, but I think the ARV is close to, depending on how much you fix it, probably 130 in between like
What is it worth
160.
now?
I'd probably say like 90.
Okay. And then she's at what, 70?
She's at 80. I'm
So you're
trying
gonna
to
make
get her
10K.
down. Yeah.
What's the
But
problem?
do you think someone would buy the house even though it's not completely remodeled, like a cash investor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they can make a profit, oh yeah.
Mm.
What city is this in?
Kansas City, Kansas. Actually, the
Okay.
pictures on Redfin they're brand new. So,
How much is the repairs on this?
I have no clue. Um, I'll tell you
What?
what's wrong with the. Mhm.
This thing was listed for 128.
Yeah, it
You know
was
that?
listed. That's why I'm also confused because I don't know if they tried to list it and failed.
Did you ask them?
Um, they were very vague. I tried to build rapport, but they were just very like straightforward.
There's a 4.2 1850 square feet currently on the market for 185. So it looks like the closest comp that's just for sale right now is at 100 square foot.
Hmm.
Feeling looking at your property, that's putting a 120 ARV. So what are the repairs you think?
Well, I don't. The thing is, there's certain things that does how do I put this into words? Like the hardwood floors are kind of scratched and they look bad, but is that something you would have to repair?
Yeah, I would say to get it at 120. I'm doing the math here. 120 minus 20, let's say 70% of that, 70. If I'm going to do a comp, like just in my head, I'd probably get lower under 70. That'd be where I'd be comfortable with. You can do 80. That's pushing it. I'd probably be at 70 though.
What do you think a cash investor would buy it for?
75, maybe even 70. We don't know. I think 60 is probably your best bet. 60
That's what I
sell for
want to get it
70.
down to.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
doing my
that's
calculations in
what
my
I'm.
head. It's if it's under 120 K ARV, so I use 70% rule on that. 120 minus 20 is
Mhm.
100, 100 minus 70, 70K MAO, 60 is 10K. So 60.
Okay.
Explain to her, like, hey, I can
Okay.
call you next month and we can do 60. Interest rates are going up. Like, you know, She might have to go through some
Yeah.
pain before she decides to sell, right?
She right. That's exact. I was thinking about not texting her back because the last thing we left on was uh I told her that I'd be at 60, 62, but then she responded with she keeps texting me back, but it's kind of just telling me that, she's not ready or she could get it for a higher price, or she even told me she wants to rent it out, which kind of leads me to believe that she wants something out of me, but she's just kind of trying to get something. So I'm
Omar, let me
not
ask you a
sure.
question. Did you ask her for a yes or
Hmm.
no decision before you gave her an offer?
Yes or no decision on
Did you do an upfront
uh,
agreement with her saying, "Hey, are you ready to make a yes or no
mhm.
decision before I give you an offer?"
No.
Have you been through freewholesaling.com?
A little bit,
You didn't go through it though.
not
You just got
completely.
hit with the worst thing a seller could ever tell you. You know what that is? Bro, there's
No,
three
can you hear
things a
me?
seller says when you give an offer, okay? Two of them are good, one of them is bad. There's yes, no, and the worst one's
Hmm.
maybe. You just got maybe'd. You're in the friend zone, dude. All right? You're in the
Yeah,
friend zone, man. If you go
yeah.
to a seller and say, "Hey, before I give an offer, are you ready
She
to make a
seems
yes or no decision on selling it?" They're ready to do it, and they're forced to make that yes or no decision. If you go to freehosting.com, it's the first thing we talk about in the acquisitions module. I
mhm.
can't feel bad for you if you didn't do that, man. It's free, dude.
Okay. Um,
It'll stop that
well,
situation, bro.
I feel like she's more motivated than she's leading me on to believe. So I feel like
Yes or
the
no
answer to
decision.
that is maybe.
Should have gotten a yes or no decision, bro. You can't go back in time, but you should be doing this in the future so you don't get in the situation. Because if you do so if you talk to sellers like this, if you make them do a yes or no
Mhm.
decision, they're forced to make that up. You know what? I
Oh,
don't know, Omar. Hey, remember when you said you're ready to make a yes or no decision? Don't waste your time or my time. 65? Then you go from there and negotiate, right? This is why I close really well virtual wholesaling because I do this,
mhm.
right? And if you're
Okay.
willing to take the time to talk to me, you got to go through freewholesaling.com, man.
Okay.
I would say I
Okay.
would say 60 is going to be a good deal for you.
Okay. I think
All right.
that's all I have. Yeah. Thank you so much, Zach.
Appreciate it, man. Keep it up. 60.
Okay.
All right. Boom.
Thanks, man.
Of course, man. Guys, you have to go through freewholesaling.com. I cannot stress this enough. Like a lot of people that come up here and give me situations, I can tell you exactly if you're in any of these like situations, my cash buyer screwed me. The seller gave me a maybe. What do I do? Like all these crazy situations, they're all avoidable if you go to freewholesaling.com and learn wholesaling real estate absolutely for free. Because when you go to freewholesaling.com, all the modules are in there. Literally, I show you all the mistakes I made beginning and how to avoid these mistakes, and you don't have to make those mistakes. Guys, I don't screen like you. Okay, how many times I'd love for somebody to count for me. I might even pay someone to count for me. How many times I've said the word freewholesaling.com on this live?